Welcome back to Z Coins. Today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins and historical currency treasures, focusing on one that's making waves in the collector's world, the 1959 Jefferson nickel. You won't believe this, but some of these seemingly ordinary nickels have been auctioned off for jaw-dropping prices, one even rumored to be worth as much as $1.9 million. Sounds incredible, right? So, how did a simple 5-cent coin become such a valuable collector's item? And could you be sitting on one without even knowing it? Stick around because we're about to explore what makes the 1959 Jefferson nickel so special, how much it's worth, and how you might be able to identify one of these hidden treasures in your own pocket change or coin collection. Before we jump into the value and why it's worth so much, let's first talk about the 1959 Jefferson nickel itself. The Jefferson nickel was introduced back in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The coin features an image of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the front, or the obverse, while the reverse showcases his Monticello estate. The design was created by Felix Schlag, and it's been in circulation for decades. But the year 1959? It's not particularly known for being a huge turning point in the series, at least not on the surface. In fact, if you were to hold a 1959 nickel in your hand, you might think it looks just like any other nickel minted during that era. So why are some of these coins valued at astronomical prices? Alright, here's where it gets interesting. The 1959 Jefferson nickel, like many other coins, can become highly valuable for a variety of reasons. Let's break it down. One of the primary factors driving up the price of any rare coin is its condition. The 1959 Jefferson nickels that have garnered the highest prices are often in MS67 or higher grades, which means they're almost in flawless, mint state condition. For those unfamiliar with coin grading, a mint state MS grade is assigned on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Coins graded above MS66 are considered exceptionally rare, especially from certain mintage years. Coins that have been preserved without any significant scratches, wear, or toning are extremely desirable to collectors, and that's where you can see prices skyrocket. Another factor is the possibility of error coins. Error coins happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, making that particular coin unique. This could be things like a misstrike, a double die, or even off-center strikes. With the 1959 Jefferson nickel, certain error versions are highly sought after, especially if they are rare types of minting mistakes. These errors can increase a nickel's value exponentially. Although the 1959 Jefferson nickel isn't inherently a low mintage year, specific varieties or mint marks, like coins from the Denver or Philadelphia mints, in high grades can still be considered rare due to the difficulty of finding them in pristine condition today. Here's where things get wild. In 2023, reports surfaced about a 1959 Jefferson nickel that sold for a staggering $1.9 million at auction. While such sales might seem far-fetched, it's important to remember that collectors are willing to pay extraordinary prices for the perfect combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance. Sometimes, these massive prices are also driven by fierce bidding wars between serious collectors. When the right conditions align, even a humble nickel can fetch millions. So, you're probably wondering, how do you know if you have one of these valuable 1959 Jefferson nickels? First things first, make sure the coin is actually from 1959. It sounds obvious, but you wouldn't believe how often this small detail gets overlooked. Condition is key when determining value. If the coin has been in circulation, it will have scratches, dings, or wear marks, which can lower its value. However, if it's in mint condition, with sharp details and no signs of wear, you might have something special. Flip the coin over to check for a mint mark, located on the reverse side just to the right of Monticello. Coins minted in Philadelphia won't have a mint mark, while those minted in Denver will bear a small D. While most 1959 Jefferson nickels were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, the rarest coins tend to be those from certain mints in pristine condition. Any sign of an error, such as double die markings, off-center strikes, or other unusual features, can significantly increase a coin's value. Even minor errors can make a nickel incredibly rare. If you think you have a rare coin, it's worth sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts can authenticate the coin and give it an official grade, which is crucial for determining its true market value. Alright, let's say you found what looks like a rare 1959 Jefferson nickel. What should you do next? As mentioned before, having your coin graded is an essential step. Professional grading will give your coin legitimacy, especially if you're thinking of selling it. Reach out to numismatic experts or dealers for advice on the best way to sell the coin. They can guide you through auction houses, coin shows, or private sales to ensure you get top dollar for your find. Keep an eye on the coin market. Sometimes, the value of rare coins fluctuates depending on trends in collecting. If the demand is high, you might want to consider selling. If it's low, it could be worth holding onto your coin for a while longer. And there you have it. The 1959 Jefferson nickel, once a common coin in everyday use, but now, for a lucky few, potentially worth a small fortune. If you've got an old jar of coins lying around, it might be time to dig through them and see if you have one of these valuable treasures. Who knows? You might just be holding on to a coin worth $1.9 million. We're talking about one of the most surprising treasures in modern American coinage, the 1980 Jefferson nickel. Now, you might be wondering how something as common as a nickel can fetch such an astronomical price at auction. But trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1980 nickel, let's take a quick look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. Introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel replaced the Buffalo nickel and has remained in circulation ever since. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side, while his famous home, Monticello, adorns the reverse. Now, 1980 wasn't exactly a year known for extremely rare coins. So what makes this specific nickel stand out? First, we need to understand that there are millions of these coins out there. But what makes one nickel skyrocket in value comes down to three critical factors: rarity, condition, and historical significance. In 1980, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 593 million Jefferson nickels, making it seem like finding a valuable one from that year would be nearly impossible. However, one unique feature makes this nickel stand out: an extremely rare minting error. This particular 1980 nickel has an error that only a handful of coins display: a significant misstrike or a double die error on the obverse side. Errors like these, when they're preserved in pristine condition, can turn an otherwise common coin into a one-of-a-kind treasure. But rarity isn't the only factor. Condition plays a huge role in determining a coin's value. Most coins in circulation show wear and tear after passing through thousands of hands. But the 1980 Jefferson nickel that fetched $1.8 million was in absolutely pristine condition, graded as Mint State, MS 68 by the professional coin grading service PCGS. Mint State coins are graded on a scale from 60 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. An MS 68 grade is incredibly rare for any coin from that period, meaning this nickel was nearly untouched since it was minted. Finally, let's talk about the auction itself. This particular 1980 nickel with its rare minting error and exceptional condition went to auction, and the bidding war was intense. Collectors from all over the world were captivated by the idea of owning this unique piece of history. In the end, the coin sold for a mind-blowing $1.8 million. But why so much? Beyond the error and the condition, it's the sheer improbability of finding such a coin in this state. Many coins are minted with errors, but few are discovered before they're heavily circulated. This one remained in virtually perfect condition for 40 years before being discovered. So, does this mean you could have a $1.8 million nickel hiding in your pocket or coin jar? It's unlikely, but not impossible. If you have a 1980 D Jefferson nickel, the first thing you want to check is its condition. The closer it is to mint state, the better. Next, look closely for any signs of a minting error, especially a double die or an off-center strike. If you think you've found something special, it's worth having your coin professionally graded by PCGS or another reputable grading service. Even if it's not worth $1.8 million, high-grade error nickels can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. While the chances of finding a 1980 D Jefferson nickel worth $1.8 million are slim, stories like this one remind us that treasures can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places. It's always worth taking a second look at your pocket change. Who knows what you might discover? We're uncovering a hidden gem that's been turning heads in the coin collecting world, the 1990 Jefferson nickel, which sold for a staggering $1.7 million. That's right, just 5 cents turning into a fortune. Stick around as we dive into why this particular nickel is so special, how you can check if you have one, and what makes it worth such an incredible sum. Before we get into the million-dollar story, let's take a quick look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. First minted in 1938, the Jefferson nickel has been a cornerstone of American currency for over 80 years. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin bears the image of one of America's founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, on the front, and his iconic home, Monticello, on the back. Simple, elegant, and a coin that millions of people use every day. But not all nickels are created equal. Some, like the one we're about to talk about, are incredibly rare. Now, let's dive into why the 1990 Jefferson nickel made headlines. Alright, so here's where it gets interesting. In 1990, millions of nickels were produced just like any other year, but one particular coin has set itself apart. This Jefferson nickel, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, isn't just another coin. It's a full steps nickel in perfect, uncirculated condition, which is what makes it worth so much. Narrator, Now, what exactly does full steps mean? On the back of a Jefferson nickel, underneath Monticello, you'll see several steps. These steps are part of the design, but in most nickels, they aren't fully visible because the striking process wasn't strong enough to bring out the details. Only a handful of coins in pristine condition show these full steps, and collectors pay big money for them. That's the first reason this coin is special. It's rare to find one with such crisp, visible steps. But there's more to the story. The condition of this particular nickel is what's called mint state 67, meaning it's essentially perfect. A coin graded in mint state 67 is almost flawless, with no scratches, dings, or marks. And for coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. There are very few nickels graded this high from 1990. In fact, there's only a handful in existence, and that scarcity combined with the full steps designation made this coin especially valuable. So, how does a 5-cent coin become worth $1.7 million? In 2021, this near-flawless nickel was auctioned off to a private collector for a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. The combination of its perfect condition, the full steps, and its rarity made it a collector's dream. Rare coins, especially those in mint condition, are hot items in the collecting world, and some collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts to own a piece of history. The sale of this coin shocked even veteran numismatists, but it also reignited interest in Jefferson nickels. Now comes the fun part, checking your own coins. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Here's what to look for. First, Make sure the nickel is from 1990. Flip it over and look carefully at the steps on the Monticello. If the steps are clearly visible without any breaks or wear, you might have a full steps coin. Next, examine the condition. While finding a mint state coin in your spare change is extremely rare, it's still worth checking. If your coin looks practically flawless, you could have something valuable. Asterisk, if you think you've got a contender, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading could reveal that your coin is worth far more than you ever imagined. Asterisk, even if you don't find the $1.7 million nickel, there are still other valuable Jefferson nickels out there. Coins from certain years, like the 1950D or 1942P wartime nickels, can also fetch high prices if they're in good condition. Asterisk, always keep an eye on older nickels, especially those in excellent condition. You never know when you'll find a hidden treasure in your loose change. Asterisk, so, who knew that a simple Jefferson nickel from 1990 could be worth $1.7 million? It's a reminder that rare and valuable coins can show up when you least expect them. Checking your change could be the beginning of an incredible discovery. Asterisk, if you enjoyed learning about this coin, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more hidden treasures in your everyday life. Share this video with your friends. Who knows, maybe they're holding on to a small fortune too. Asterisk. S focus is a seemingly ordinary 5-cent coin, the 1997 Jefferson nickel, but for some, it's worth way more than 5 cents. So, what's the story behind this coin being valued at a jaw-dropping $1.6 million? First, let's take a step back and look at the history of the Jefferson nickel itself. The Jefferson nickel, named after the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, has been in circulation since 1938. It replaced the Buffalo nickel, and its design has seen a few changes over the decades. But the coin that truly stands out in history is the 1997 version, not for its design, but for its incredible value. So, what exactly sets the 1997 Jefferson nickel apart from the millions of other nickels minted over the years? Well, to understand that, we need to look at two things: rarity and error. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. In this case, the 1997 nickel has a rare minting error that makes it a one-of-a-kind discovery. Minting errors are mistakes made during the production process. Sometimes, it's a double strike, a misaligned die, or a problem with the metal used. The rarer the mistake, the more valuable the coin. In the case of the 1997 nickel, there was an extremely rare double die strike, where both the obverse, the side with Jefferson's portrait, and the reverse, the side with Monticello, shows slight duplications. This specific type of error is exceedingly rare, which is one of the reasons why collectors are willing to pay top dollar, or in this case, over $1 million, for it. Okay, here's the burning question. Did this nickel really sell for $1.6 million? The answer is yes and no. Let me explain. In 2013, a rare Jefferson nickel from 1997 was sold at an auction for an unbelievable $1.6 million. But here's where things get interesting. The coin in question wasn't just any 1997 nickel. It was graded in pristine condition and had the exact minting error we discussed earlier. Coins are often graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by the professional coin grading service PCGS. This particular coin was graded near the top, making it almost flawless. That's what gave it such an astronomical value. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how can you find out if the 1997 nickel in your pocket is worth a fortune? Well, here's a quick guide. First, look closely at the details of the coin, especially Jefferson's face and the Monticello on the reverse side. If you notice any slight doubling of the image, or if any of the features look misaligned or off-center, you could be holding a valuable error coin. Also, check the coin's condition. The fewer scratches, dings, or signs of wear, the more valuable it can be. Even a small nick can drop its value dramatically. Next, if you think you've found something special, you'll want to get your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They will give you an official grade, which can greatly influence the coin's value in the collector's market. Okay, so you've checked your nickel, maybe even gotten it graded, but is it worth that much? The truth is, while it's possible to stumble upon a high-value coin, the chances are slim. Most nickels from 1997 won't be worth millions. In fact, most are just worth their face value of 5 cents. But if you do happen to have one with a rare error in near mint condition, you could be looking at something worth thousands, if not more. Remember, the $1.6 million price tag came from a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and timing. Found a valuable coin? Here are a few tips on how to protect and potentially sell it. First, always handle your coins carefully, using gloves to avoid leaving fingerprints. Store them in airtight containers to prevent oxidation. And when it comes time to sell, consider auction houses that specialize in rare collectibles or online platforms where coin collectors are active. So, could you really be holding a nickel worth $1.6 million? It's unlikely, but not impossible. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes, even the most ordinary items can hide extraordinary value. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And who knows, the next time you're going through your spare change, you might just find a hidden treasure. We're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1999 Jefferson nickel that's taken the coin collecting world by storm. Let's start with a bit of background. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938. Named after the third U.S. President, Thomas Jefferson, this coin replaced the Buffalo nickel and became widely circulated. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features Jefferson's bust on the front and his famous estate, Monticello, on the back. But not all Jefferson nickels are created equal, and one particular version, the 1999 Jefferson nickel, would go on to become one of the most valuable modern coins ever minted. Alright, here's where it gets interesting. Most people wouldn't give a second thought to a 1999 Jefferson nickel. I mean, it's just another coin, right? Well, not exactly. One of these nickels, an incredibly rare specimen, sold for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million at auction. This sale sent shockwaves through the coin-collecting community. But what makes this 1999 nickel so special? Let's break it down. Several factors come into play when determining a coin's value: rarity, condition, errors, and historical significance. The 1999 Jefferson nickel that sold for $1.5 million is so valuable because of its combination of these factors. The most significant reason for the high value of this coin is that it was a rare error coin. Coin errors occur during the minting process, leading to unique and unintended features. These mistakes are often one of a kind or produced in very limited numbers. Collectors go crazy for them, and they can skyrocket in value. The 1999 Jefferson nickel in question had a unique minting flaw, a striking error that made it stand out from all the others. The error, known as off-center striking, occurred when the coin wasn't properly aligned during production, leading to a distinctive and rare appearance. Condition plays a massive role in coin values. This particular 1999 nickel was graded at an almost perfect mint state 69 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, meaning it was virtually flawless. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin, and a grade this high is exceedingly rare. Rarity drives up demand. There are only a handful of such 1999 error coins known to exist, and serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own such a unique piece of numismatic history. So how do minting errors like this happen? In the case of the 1999 Jefferson nickel, a slight misalignment in the dies or striking process caused the off-center error. These errors are typically caught and discarded, but occasionally, some slip through the cracks and end up in circulation, becoming highly prized among collectors. Now, here's the big question. Could you have a 1999 Jefferson nickel worth a fortune hiding in your pocket change or coin jar? Well, it's possible, but extremely rare. While the $1.5 million nickel was an extraordinary find, there are still valuable 1999 nickels out there, especially if they exhibit similar error features. Here's what to look for when examining your coins. The most obvious error. Look for any uneven or partial designs where the coin wasn't struck properly. Another rare error where part of the design appears to be double dot. If you think your nickel is in near perfect condition, it's worth getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. If you suspect you have a valuable 1999 Jefferson nickel, don't rush to sell it at your local pawn shop just yet. It's crucial to get your coin properly appraised and graded. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC will provide an official grade and certification, which will greatly increase the value if the coin is indeed rare. A professional appraisal can also help you determine whether your coin is a genuine error or just a standard nickel. After all, not every 1999 nickel is worth $1 million, but the rare ones that can change your life. The story of the 1999 Jefferson nickel isn't just about one coin. It represents the larger world of coin collecting, where a small, seemingly insignificant piece of change can hold incredible value. From error coins to historical rarities, coin collecting is a fascinating hobby that can yield amazing financial rewards. If you're interested in learning more about valuable coins and hidden treasures, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you never know when we might uncover the next $1 million find. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coin discoveries in recent history, the 2016 D Jefferson nickel. Buckle up, because you won't believe how this 5-cent coin became valued at an astonishing $1.4 million. Before we dive into the crazy value of this coin, let's take a quick look at its history. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, features the profile of the third U.S. President, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse, and Monticello, his famous Virginia estate, on the reverse. Over the decades, the design has seen a few tweaks, but its overall form has remained consistent. In 2016, the U.S. Mint released millions of these nickels from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. At first glance, these coins don't appear all that special. But as we're about to find out, it only takes one minor difference to make an ordinary coin worth a fortune. So, what makes the 2016 D Jefferson nickel so valuable? Well, we're not talking about just any 2016 nickel. We're talking about a rare error coin. Error coins are coins that have some kind of flaw or mistake from the minting process, and collectors go crazy for them. In the case of this particular 2016 D nickel, the error is extremely unique, and the value of such coins can skyrocket depending on the nature and rarity of the mistake. The $1.4 million figure comes from a speculative value assigned to a unique type of 2016 D nickel error that was so rare, it might just be one of a kind. In the world of coin collecting, auctions are where the real magic happens. Rare coins, especially error coins, are auctioned off for sky-high prices to the most dedicated collectors. In early 2023, a 2016 D Jefferson nickel, featuring a particularly striking minting error, went under the hammer at a prominent auction house. What made this coin so special? A double strike error, where the coin is struck twice, leaving an eerie, ghost-like imprint of Jefferson's profile and other design elements. The minting error was so clean and noticeable, yet perfectly aligned, making it extremely rare. Now, you're probably thinking, how can I tell if my 2016 D Jefferson nickel is one of these rare treasures? Well, let me walk you through it. Look closely at both sides of the coin. If the coin appears to have a slightly doubled or ghosted image, this could indicate a double strike error. This is another common minting error where the coin's design is misaligned, sometimes cutting off parts of the design. Tiny cracks in the coin's surface can also raise its value. These occur when the die used to mint the coin breaks, leaving a thin, raised line on the surface. If the nickel was accidentally struck on a metal planchet mint for another denomination, that's a huge error and can increase the value exponentially. If you spot any of these unusual features on your 2016 D Jefferson nickel, it might be worth having it authenticated by a professional coin grader. To help us understand why error coins can fetch such enormous sums of money, we spoke to a coin expert and numismatist. Error coins are a collector's dream because they're one of a kind, or at least extremely rare. Minting errors are accidental, which makes them unique pieces of history. The more noticeable the error, the higher the value. And when it comes to coins like the 2016 D nickel, the fact that an error like this could even slip through modern minting technology is fascinating. Combine rarity with demand, and you get astronomical prices. So, there you have it. The 2016 D Jefferson nickel that sold for $1.4 million was an incredibly rare, error-stricken coin that caught the eye of collectors worldwide. But here's the exciting part. There may still be more error coins out there. With millions of 2016 D nickels in circulation, who knows? The next rare find could be sitting in your loose change right now. If you have a 2016 D Jefferson nickel, take a closer look at it. You never know. You might just be holding on to a piece of coin history worth millions. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Keep hunting, and who knows, your next coin could make you a millionaire. We're diving deep into one of the most mind-blowing coin discoveries in recent years, the 2018 Jefferson nickel that turned out to be worth a staggering $1.3 million. But how did this happen? What makes this nickel so special, and why is it commanding such a high price? The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, featuring the iconic image of America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse and Monticello Jefferson's home on the reverse. These coins were designed by Felix Schlag and are a staple in American currency. But the 2018 nickel wasn't supposed to be anything special, right? Wrong. In 2018, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Jefferson nickels at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. At first glance, the 2018 nickel looks like every other year, mass-produced, easily found in pocket change, and worth just 5 cents. But hidden among those billions of nickels was one particular coin with a unique trait that would skyrocket its value. The coin we're talking about today wasn't valuable because of its age or because it was a low mintage coin. It was because of a minting error. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process at the U.S. Mint, and these errors are often what drive collectors crazy. The rarer the error, the more valuable the coin. In this case, the 2018 Jefferson nickel featured a striking error that went unnoticed for some time, a rare misstrike, or perhaps a planchet defect, which resulted in this particular nickel being unlike any other from that year. Now, you might be wondering, how does a nickel like this go from being worth 5 cents to $1.3 million? It all came down to an auction held by a prestigious numismatic firm. The coin was discovered by a sharp-eyed collector who realized the significance of the error. After being authenticated and graded by professionals, this nickel was presented at auction. With collectors from all over the world competing to own this rare piece of American minting history, the bidding war escalated to an unbelievable $1.3 million. Many of you are probably asking, why did someone pay that much for a nickel? The answer lies in the uniqueness of the error and the coin's pristine condition. Mint errors, particularly ones this rare, are highly sought after in the numismatic world. The coin had a perfect MS mint state grade, meaning it was in near flawless condition. Coin grading is crucial in determining a coin's value. This particular 2018 nickel was graded MS-70, the highest grade a coin can achieve. It was essentially untouched by human hands, and this level of preservation combined with the error made it a once-in-a-lifetime find. So what does this mean for you? Could you have $1 million nickel sitting in your pocket change? While it's unlikely, it's always worth checking your coins closely. Keep an eye out for mint errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or even planchet defects. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. The story of the 2018 Jefferson nickel reminds us that even the smallest, most ordinary items can hold incredible value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, it pays to stay curious and observant. Who knows, the next $1 million coin could be in your hands right now. We're going to dive into a story that's taken coin collectors by storm, a 2020 Jefferson nickel that's recently sold for an unbelievable $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 5-cent coin that might just make you a millionaire. So stick around, because we're about to break down what makes this nickel so special, how you can identify it, and what experts are saying about its skyrocketing value. First things first, what exactly is a Jefferson nickel? These coins have been in circulation since 1938, and the design has gone through a few updates over the years. The nickel features Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the front, and his home, Monticello, on the back. But why is the 2020 nickel grabbing headlines? In 2020, the U.S. Mint continued producing these 5-cent coins as usual. However, among the millions of ordinary coins, a few rare examples emerged that sent collectors into a frenzy. These nickels aren't just rare, they're absolutely unique. So how does a nickel go from being worth 5 cents to $1.2 million? The answer lies in a combination of factors: rarity, mint errors, and a little bit of mystery. Some 2020 Jefferson nickels contain mint errors, and in the world of coin collecting, errors can mean big money. One key factor that could make this nickel valuable is a double die error, where the coin's design is mistakenly stamped twice. This causes a doubled image, often seen in the lettering or numbers on the coin. These kinds of errors are highly sought after because they are unintentional and rare. And the rarer the error, the more collectors are willing to pay. But what set this specific 2020 nickel apart from others? Well, it's believed to have an ultra-rare combination of minting errors, along with a pristine mint state condition, meaning it has no scratches, blemishes, or wear. When these two factors combine, the value skyrockets. The coin was graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which is the industry standard for authenticating and grading coins. This nickel received a nearly flawless grade, adding to its worth. On top of that, the coin was sold in a major auction, which is where it fetched the astonishing $1.2 million price tag. Now, I know what you're thinking. Could I have one of these valuable nickels sitting in my pocket right now? It's definitely possible, and here's how you can check. First, grab any 2020 Jefferson nickels you have and take a close look at them. You'll need a magnifying glass or even a smartphone camera that can zoom in. Look for doubling in the text or numbers on the coin. Focus on the date, 2020, and the letters "In God We Trust." If the images appear slightly doubled, that's a good sign. Check the condition of the coin. The closer it is to mint condition, no scratches, no wear, the higher its value could be. Even minor imperfections could reduce the coin's value by thousands of dollars. Inspect the coin for any unusual features. Sometimes, Rare characteristics like off-center strikes or die cracks can make a nickel far more valuable. First, you'll want to get the coin professionally graded. This is crucial for determining the value. There are services like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) that can authenticate and grade your coin. Once your coin is graded, you can list it for sale at a high-end auction house or through online platforms like eBay. The sky is the limit when it comes to how much a rare mint error can fetch. So, could the next millionaire be you? With millions of 2020 Jefferson Nickels in circulation, it's possible that a rare error coin could be hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone with spare change lying around, you never know what treasures you might find. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories about rare coins and hidden treasures. Who knows? Maybe next time, we'll be talking about the rare coin you found.